Hey guys, it's Austin here. If this is your first time listening to SLC Puck, you might be unimpressed with the audio. It did not meet our usual standards for this episode. I didn't have the microphones plugged in correctly. I screwed up big time. So I always find a way to screw up on one thing usually, and in this case, it just happened to be the audio. So please bear with us. If you've been here before, you know the show usually sounds really good. Just today I screwed up. So I just want to apologize for that. Hang in there with us. The podcast is going to be awesome. We're going to cover the Utah Mammoth in depth all season episodes twice a week. But just want to get on here really quick and just preface that the audio sucked for this one. So apologies and stick with us. We'll get it better. Thanks. What's up, everybody? Welcome to SLC Puck. It's Sunday night.
Yep.
You got to get ready. Get to bed, everybody. If you're staying up late waiting for me, Austin Facer, joined by my sister Sammy Facer, to upload SLC Puck tonight, it might be because you don't have work tomorrow, and I'm jealous.
Lucky you, yeah.
Yeah, I got to wake up and go to work tomorrow, but I also needed to hop on tonight. We have two hockey games to cover tonight on September 21st, 2025. Lots to talk about, obviously, over 120 minutes of hockey played tonight by the Utah Mammoth, opening up preseason action with a split squad contest against the Colorado Avalanche. And I'll just note, the day started kind of weird for the team. There was some scheduling delays and all that. The puck dropped 2.5 hours later on the first game than it was originally scheduled. That threw everything kind of skitty-wampus, but now here we are.
Yeah, they only arrived even right before the game started, because you'll see during warm-ups there's only 2 Utah Mammoth players on the ice.
All the Avalanche are out there.
Yeah,
and then I don't know Volta tweeted this out.
Yeah.
But he's like, one of the guys got dressed and out there within 10 minutes of arriving, which is not easy to do with hockey here. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to SLC Puck. Like I said, it's Sunday. It's Sam Cam Sunday. She's with me. And Sammy played a very valuable role in the production of episode 145 today. So we greatly appreciate the preparation she put into the show today. Sam, you always do a heck of a job.
Thanks.
And I appreciate it. This is your opportunity to shine. This is your training camp moment. We're going to really find out what you're made of here.
Yep.
I just want to remind you guys before we get rocking and rolling here, SLC Puck is brought to you by Big Tusk Energy. That's the lifestyle brand that powers all the fun we do here. Sam, I don't know if you noticed, I got the Big Tusk Energy hat now.
Yep.
How good does it look? Does it look better on me or on this AI model? What do you say?
It looks pretty good.
It looks pretty fresh, right? Did I show you the new T-shirt I put up too?
I believe so.
Look at this guy. Isn't he cute?
He is cute.
And I made the back, the graphic on the back as big as it would make me. So it's going to be very obnoxious. So I'm excited to see these out and about. So go ahead and check those out, guys. It's a great way to support the show. Free shipping on all orders over $79. How do we do it? Because we care. Because we're generous. That's how we do it. And speaking of caring and generosity, it was very nice of you to help me out today with the coverage, in particular the first game. Because just to set the stage here, I had a very hockey day planned out for today.
Yes.
I feel bad for my poor girlfriend for having to put up with all this hockey stuff. I've been dating Dana for about a month now, and I told her last night, I'm like, just so you know, it's going to start to get kind of crazy soon, and there's going to be way too much more hockey in your life than you ever could have dreamed of. And she's been a trooper. She's been a good supporter thus far. Obviously. We'll see how things go. She's sitting here smiling and laughing.
If it was me, I'd be asleep in that chair by now.
She's close. I can tell. She's getting there. But we appreciate that. But again, I appreciate you, Sam, because like I was saying, I had this whole hockey day planned. The first game against the Avalanche split squad contest at the University of Denver was scheduled for 2:30 today. And then apparently there was some sort of travel delay to get the Mammoth out there to Denver. Because I don't know if you knew this, Sam, but the preseason works a little bit differently than in the regular season in terms of travel. They fly in and out the same day. So, for example, now that the Mammoth are done in Colorado, they're flying back to Salt Lake today.
Yeah.
Or tonight, and then we'll fly to Southern California early afternoon tomorrow to play the Ducks in Anaheim. But anyway, so they're in and out just the same area, same day, and I guess they had some trouble getting to Colorado. You know how the airline industry is these days. You're lucky if you land nowadays on some of these flights. That's not going to be funny in retrospect one of these days, but.
Wow.
Sorry.
All right.
How many subscribers are we going to lose on that one? Anyway, so they had trouble getting to Colorado, and you were telling me, just as you were saying that, some of the Mammoth literally got to the building, had 10 minutes to get ready to be on the ice. Yeah. I can't remember who the first ones were to get on.
And then the games ended up being so close together. Coach Bear left the first game when there was 12-ish minutes left. And
had to sprint to the Ball Arena where the Avalanche play. And I think the Mammoth had to do an interesting thing too, where Nick Olchek and Mike Folta were calling that first game at the University of Denver, and then they literally had to sprint. And they missed a good portion of the second game, driving to the Ball Arena, and so they did the simulcast on the radio. And I know that because I was listening to the radio on the way back from my men's league season opener tonight, which was at 6.
And how'd you do?
We lost, Sam, but I'll tell you why. We learned a valuable. I'll say this: our team got a lot better. Than it was over the summer. We added some guys who could play. Our team is much better equipped this year to perform better than our 2-15 record over the summer. I think we made big strides. We have some fresh talent, but we learned a valuable lesson, which it's very hard to play a game when you don't have your goalie to start the contest. We played the first 8 minutes of the first period without our goalie because he thought the game started at 6:30. So anyway, we had to play 6-on-5. One of the guys stood at the top of the crease, and the other team scored about. They scored 2 goals early on, obviously because we didn't have a goalie, and then the goalie finally gets there. Nice kid. He played well afterwards.
But then you have to play catch up.
But he came in cold, and he let in. It was a good shot, but he let in a shot his first goal. So we were behind the 8 ball most of the game. And then just some bad breaks. We didn't get the breaks we wanted. Again, we're gonna talk more about the Mammoth guys in a minute. But just indulge me for a second. I had a rebound opportunity right at the back door, open net, and the ice was just kind of choppy at that point. So it came off the goalie's pad, and I have a wide open net rebound for the goal, and literally right as the puck is about to slide over onto my stick, which I would waiting for me to bang it home, it hits a cut in the ice, a rough spot in the ice, and just skips perfectly over my stick blade. And I look like a fan on it. It wasn't. It was the ice's fault, really. Okay. So anyway, we lost our season opener, as did the Utah Mammoth. They lost both of their games today. And if you want to follow predictions for the Mammoth year round, we have some fun content for the people, right?
Yes. SLC Puck featuring Mickey and Pluto.
Yep.
They are going. Yes. They're going to pick the winner of every single Mammoth game throughout the season. Today, they both picked the Mammoth for the first game, and they both picked the Avalanche for the second game. So right now they're tied. Yes, and they're tied with each other because it is a competition between the two dogs. So whoever gets the most predictions right at the end of the year is going to get a big prize.
Yep. So. And just to show you guys what it looks like, here's the SLC Pop Cup. You got it here on Puckovision. I call these dogs the naughtiest dogs in America, and it's for good reason. Mickey loves to bother Dana.
But anyway, it's fun. So yeah,
chaos, but yeah.
It's a little bit of chaos. So we lay down the 2 logos. We put a treat on each logo, and whichever treat they go to first is what we're calling their prediction. So that's a fun thing to follow on SLC Puck social media. But yeah, Mammoth dropped both their games today. The first game, which finally started at 5 p.m. It was interesting to kind of see how they divided the roster up for these games. I think that was something I was interested in seeing. Obviously, they have like over 60 guys at training camp right now. So
66.
66. Thank you. Yeah. So they're trying to give all these guys an opportunity to make the team or not. So the first game featured guys the likes of T. Jaginla, Cole Boudouin, Curtis Douglas, who is a name that's probably not super familiar to Mammoth fans, but he had a heck of a fight to start the game. Yes. You're telling me that?
Yes, and he's 6'9", so
a big boy.
Yes, yes.
Michael Carconi also hit the ice in this one. They were shored up on the blue line by Oli Mata, John Marino, and Maverick Lamoureux. As well as
is
Scott.
It Lamoureux or Lamoureux?
Lamoureux. I think it's the French Canadian pronunciation is like a moo sound. Lamoureux. It's some amalgamation.
I've heard it just a couple ways, and
if I say it wrong enough, I'll eventually get it right at a certain point. So that's a little broadcasting trick, folks. And Matt Vialta was the goaltender there, along with Dylan Wells. For Mammoth. No Veggie in net tonight. Sorry, Sam. The second game featured Daniil Boot, Jack McBain, a guy named Sammy Walker that you were psyched on. He's had a cup of coffee in the NHL with the Minnesota Wild. So he's a former high school star in Minnesota as well. You were telling me. Kyler Yamamoto, JJ Peterka, Lawson Crouse, Logan Cooley, Dmitry Shimashev on the blue line, along with Ian Cole, Sean Dursey, Nick DeSimone, and they had Jackson Stauber and Vitek Vanacek in net in that second game. The first game, is again, I was getting caught up, and I really appreciate the notes you were taking. The Mammoth dropped that one 5-1 to the Avalanche. I think they were severely just outmanned. I'd say the Avalanche had guys like Gabriel Landeskog, Valerie Nichushkin, Cale Makar playing in that one. So. Lots of star power in that game, and you were telling me they kind of dominated the scoring line for Colorado.
Gavin Brindley scored 2 goals within a minute of each other.
It was this in the second period?
Yes.
People be talking about the Mammoth in their second periods on social media.
And then they let in another goal within like a minute after those 2. It was like 3 goals within 2 minutes. It was a little rough patch, but...
What were your other observations from the first game? Because again, I missed it.
Okay, T. Jaginla came out super strong in the beginning.
Okay.
They were on power play, and he had a really good shot right between the goalie's legs. Avalanche player right behind the goalie.
Oh,
so
man.
he
couldn't get past that second line of defense.
Yes, but it was a good shot, literally right through the middle, and this Avalanche player just happened to be right there and just knocked it right out of the way. But
it sounds like that was. I was looking at the box score. I think that was Teja's only shot of the game.
And it was at the very beginning. We talked about Douglas, 6'9". He had a fight right at the beginning of the game.
Great.
He is a big boy. It was like that would be scary.
Yeah.
No, to have him coming at you.
I saw the replay. Those guys were like really throwing blows.
Oh
yeah. I don't know who he fought on the Colorado side. Maybe
Middleton.
Middleton. Okay. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, I saw they were kind of yapping at each other at the red line before the game. So that was preemptive. That was planned.
Hey guys, let me just interrupt to remind you that all the fun at SLC Puck is powered by our lifestyle brand, Big Tusk Energy. Holy cow, this stuff is fresh. It's for fans who really know what they're packing. We got lots of great stuff here. You can find it all at slcpuck.shop or by going to bigtuskenergy.com. Super psyched about all the stuff we have to roll out for fans who want stuff to wear to games, to our watch parties, just out and about. You're going to look cool wherever you're rocking the gear. The hats are sick. Hoodies. We're doing T-shirts as well. Beanies. We've got a blanket for those of you who spend a lot of time at the rink and need to cozy up with something to keep you warm. We got a good option there for you. I'm really psyched about this new shirt we got, the City Defender shirt. This is all Utah hockey inspired. Super cool design here. So again, this is a great way to support the show and all the fun that we do at watch parties and all that good stuff. And not to mention, it makes you look pretty damn good as well, I'll add. So remember, it's bigtuskenergy.com or slcpuck.shop. Fan-made designs inspired by Utah hockey culture, not affiliated or endorsed by the NHL or the Utah Mammoth, by fans, for the ones who know what they're packing. And let's get back to the show.
And then the Utah Mammoth's only goal was by Michael Carconi.
Yep.
He had the first Utah Mammoth preseason goal this year. And last year, he had the first Utah Hockey Club preseason goal against the Blues. Almost a year ago to the day.
Wow.
So
that's like cosmic there. That's kind of creepy. Wow.
Yeah. And, good for him. Other just info about him. Last year, he only had 7 goals. The year prior, he had 21.
Yeah.
So he kind of was on a little bit of a downhill, and then we all know,
he's
he
like,
thought
I'm
he was
not
going to
coming back.
move on, and then he came back. So I think him scoring that first goal was really important for him to show that he's here, he's ready to go, and
he's probably got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. His playing time got reduced severely. Last year compared to his time. A lot more healthy scratches in Utah compared to Arizona the year before. He's known as like the fastest skater on the team.
Yes, that's what they were saying a lot throughout the broadcast.
So, and I mean, good for him for having a good, strong start. I mean. For a lot of the coaching staff, they might just make decisions based on the box score. They've got a lot of film to go through quickly,
and they got a lot of cuts to make quickly.
Yeah, So and Michael Carconi wasn't going to get cut this week. It's I'm sure he's working. He's fighting for his NHL life. Wants to make the team. Doesn't want to be a consistent healthy scratch. Doesn't want to be put on waivers. Doesn't want to end up in Tucson. So he's fighting for his life here. I saw Carconi the other day, just out and about. He was anyway. I'm not going to say where, but
we also met him at one of the youth events last year.
It's crazy.
He's super nice.
He's very nice. And he's not like a physically imposing guy either.
He was like your height.
He's about my size. Yeah. He's more muscular, but which is hard to believe. But I know you. To those of you who are watching, but he's a feisty guy. Like I think his speed is definitely his biggest asset. But we've seen him show a willingness to be physical, be a good forechecker. Do the battles in the corner. That the stuff he needs to do to win a spot on the third or fourth line. And he needs to bang home some goals too, like you said. So that's a good start for Carconi.
The other notable thing about him that is they've been rotating who's wearing the A's this week, and he was wearing one.
Yeah.
As well as John Marino and Oli Mata in the first game. So that's a pretty good.
The vets, Because I think as we just went through, the first game was a little bit more prospect heavy.
Yes.
Guys like Teach, Boudouin, let's see.
Oh, I had a funny thing
Manica,
about your guy Boudouin.
Uh-huh.
The Avalanche were on a power play, and Cole Boudouin's stick broke almost completely in the middle, in half, and so he was just kind of having
on the penalty kill. Oh, that's always on the worst.
on the penalty kill, and so he was just kind of having to. They ended up scoring. So Cole Boudouin, I'm sorry, I don't see the goalie position in your future.
Yeah, no, I mean it's. Is there anything worse than this happened a few times last season? It happened to Kevin Stenlund. It felt 5 or 6 times where you're
There's
out on the penalty kill.
Because it's in the zone.
Yeah,
and
you're trapped. So, you can't do. You just have to make yourself as wide as you can. Yep. It's just it's just horrible. You're basically 5 on 3.5 at that point. Yeah, you get screwed. So. anyway, that's tough. More just run through the box score from that first game. Landeskog had an assist in the game. He had a fight with Sam Lipkin, who threw an elbow on Cale Makar, so he had to answer the bell for that.
Right to the neck.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't hit.
He was trying to stop, and the guy was coming, and so but the elbow went right into the neck. It hurt. It looked like it hurt.
Yeah.
It did not look like it felt good.
Yeah, but when you elbow, one of their best players, in the neck, you're gonna have to answer for that. Yeah. So it was interesting the Landeskog fight. Having a captain fight. Especially in the first preseason game, he was doing the right thing, standing up for his teammate. But I'm sure the coaching staff didn't love to see, one of their most important players who has had an injury history,
out there fighting.
Fighting in the first preseason game.
So I would say
kicked his butt. Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of nice bouts there in the first game, but not a ton. It looked like in terms of highlights for the Utah Mammoth. So the game. By the time I got out of my men's league game, that game was just wrapping up. And it was funny. I kind of had to do the same thing as Nick Olchek and Mike Folta. I was sprinting to get in position to watch the second game. So, I drove home from the Oval real quick, grabbed a pizza on the way because you gotta have a pizza to watch the game. I got here to SLC Puck Studios around midway through the first, I'd say. Again, I appreciate you helping me stay on top of this. What were your takeaways from the second game?
Oh, well, first off, I would love to take a look at the huge grins on JJ Peterka and Sean Durzee's faces when they were suited up.
Two of the most photogenic gents on the team.
Look at him. He is, the smile says it all.
Psyched,
He's, so excited to be there.
Yeah.
Can you imagine his face when he's at Delta
he's
Center for the first time?
I'm not in Buffalo anymore. I am so excited.
Yeah. Well, just imagine that's his face in Colorado. Wait till he's at home at Delta Center.
God, those
excited.
jerseys look freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jersey. Look at these guys grinning from ear to ear.
And look at Jersey with the A.
Looking. The donors were going. They love Jersey. They were going. I'm sure they were going.
So
crazy
Jersey, Cole, and Crouse had the A's on for the second game. Mm-hmm.
This guy right here, Dmitry Shimashev, from what I saw, I was freaking psyched. I what is he, 20, 21, young dude. He's going to be playing his first season in North America. Yep. He's battling to make the team. I think he's got a really good chance to make the team. He was one of the guys.
They even commented on the broadcast that he, is an NHL skater. He's a really good skater.
Especially for his size, being 6'5", 6'6". He is a phenomenal skater. And the thing I really liked about watching him, he's got this grittiness to him too. Is pretty shocking in a way, considering how young he is. He does not look at it. I mean, let's go back to that picture.
He doesn't look that
He's
young.
A man. He's a he looks more like a man than me at 33.
Looking.
A little bit, right?
There's these really cute smiley pictures, and then you get to his, and you're kind of ooh.
Yeah, there's something in those eyes. There's just a lot of I don't even know how. I'm kind of getting a chill right now trying to look at those, but there's a lot of emotion there, a lot of cold emotion in there. And there was this this awesome moment in the second period where there was a little bit of a fracas. I don't know. I mispronounce stuff all the time, guys. You know me. In front of the Utah net, and Parker Kelly of the Avalanche kind of giving him the business, face washing him a little bit, and Shimashev takes his own hand and just shoves it right back in Kelly's face. And I'm like, that is it was freaking awesome. He was he didn't back down at all.
No.
Parker Kelly is an NHL veteran, but this guy playing in his first game in North America was he's
just
and there was a lot of muscle behind that too. Yeah. He had an opportunity to score as well later in the game. He kind of whiffed on a backdoor opportunity, but I really, really, really loved what I saw out of Dmitry Shimashev. I am fully convinced he's gonna be on the opening night roster or at the very least as like the 7th defenseman to fill in for the guys. I think he has a really, really good chance of making the team. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's we're kind of having like some more evolving storylines as we're in camp. We talked last episode. I had you on Wednesday. Thank you very much. This is 3 episodes in a row now, by the way. Wow. Look at the stamina on you.
I know.
The Iron Man streak going on. We talked about like how Liam O'Brien was day-to-day, and like that was possibly going to create an opportunity, right? We don't know the extent of the injuries that keep them very deliberately.
Kerfoot's out right now, too.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, I mean, we thought that O'Brien spot was open, and now it looks like there might be another spot, at the very least for opening night. I'm sure like when Kerfoot's back and healthy, they'll insert him back into the lineup. Mm-hmm. But, for the opening night, if Kerfoot's out, they're saying his injuries week by week. If he's not ready to go by October 9th, the opportunity, the amount of opportunities is just doubled for someone else to be suiting up for the Utah Mammoth on October 9th when they're back in Colorado for the regular season home opener. So I think eyes are like squarely on guys like Kyler Yamamoto right now, Michael Carcone. I think his path to getting a place back in the regular rotation just opened up big time. The other guy who played fantastic, I thought, the other half of the Russian tandem who's come over, Daniil Boot.
Yes.
Who had a freaking rocket of a wrist shot to score. I mean, I'll try to pull it up. Tell me what you thought of Boot.
Oh, I just like him all around. I think he's going to become one of the fan favorites too. They brought back the mini mic the other day, and he was kind of a little star on it. Like
the social check-in from Sam.
Yes. He walks up and is like, "What's that?" And like he just this innocent little look on his face, And they're like, like this little mini mic. Do you like it? Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
And it was just so cute and sweet.
He and Shimashev are so fun. Shimashev's English is much further along. Like I think Shimashev watches more TV is kind of what I'm gathering than Boot. Boot is busy working on his shot though. He had an unbelievable goal in this game in the second period. Caleb Turner had this clip on social, but I mean, you watch again. I encourage you guys if you want to see this highlight, go to Caleb's Twitter to check it out. But like, look at the way he just he's a huge dude too.
Yeah,
he's 6'6".
Like lower than.
Yeah, he like the leverage he's getting on his stick. He's leaning into it, flexing hard, and that thing was like a freaking rocket going right over the blocker side. Bar down. Man, that was a blast. That's about as hard of a wrist shot as you could possibly create. So, I think people are going to like him too. I think he's has a very good opportunity right now. Obviously, injuries not that fun. No one likes to see injuries, but like it does create opportunities. That's kind of undeniable. Yeah. I think Boot's one of those guys.
There's another big player we need to talk about from the second game too.
Hey guys, sorry for one more interruption. I just want to remind you that we have the Big Stick and Gloves Energy giveaway going on at slcpuck.com. I mean, it's a sick giveaway. Let me just tell you about it. We're giving away a pair of player-issued Utah Hockey Club gloves. They're from last season. And a stick to one lucky subscriber to my Substack, which is slcpuck.com. It's one of the sickest giveaways you could possibly imagine. Here's how you enter. It's super easy. Just go to slcpuck.com, subscribe for free. Boom, that's it. You're in. No spam, no junk, no filler, just killer content right in your inbox. We've had a big jump in subscribers over the last week. We're up to 444. 444. We're on our way to 1,000. As soon as we get there, we'll do the drawing live on X, Facebook, YouTube, one of those within 48 hours. So again, we're making our way there. We should be there hopefully soon. What would help is if you subscribe and maybe tell a friend, tell your family, make some burner accounts, make 600 burner accounts. I don't care. Whatever you got to do, we just got to get those subscribers in to give this stuff away. Can't wait to do it. Hope we get there soon. And let's get back to the show.
Yes, we do. The sheriff is back in town.
The sheriff had the guns a-blazing tonight.
Thank you.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, especially that third period. Well, I guess it was the whole game, right?
Yes.
Because when I got there,
in the beginning, he had a few little tiffs with Manson, at least twice within like the first 5 minutes of the game. No like formal fights, but kind of little chippy with each other. They got, like a roughing penalty.
Yeah.
And then
some pleasantries were exchanged. Just saying hey.
And then the third period, Lawson was like, I'm not messing around anymore.
Listen, Josh Manson. That's not to Josh Manson.
It wasn't even with him. It was 2 different people.
It was Zakar Bardakov. Yeah,
Yes.
finally I got that one off. He had a hard hit on Logan Cooley. He sent him headfirst in the boards from behind, and Cooley went to the locker room as a result. Oh, I thought Cooley looked awesome. By the way, they did this line with I think it was Boot, Cooley, and Peterka.
Yeah.
And man, the God, Cooley has worked so much on his game. He looked incredibly strong.
He's got the Thor arms going.
He's Thor arms, literally. Yeah, that I coined. Yeah, I'll get that trademarked. I thought he looked great. Peterka is an electric skater. He's got some sick moves. But yeah, back to what you're saying. The Sheriff laid down the law big time, and in the third period, he made Zahar Bardakov really answer the bell for that hit on Logan Cooley. He Crouse looks strong as heck. Like he was throwing fists. He had crazy balance.
His second fight was with Steinberg.
Matt Steinberg. Yep.
Yeah,
he connected on an uppercut right on Steinberg's chin. That would I felt it from here in Centerville watching the game. Like just an absolute rocket right up on the chin. It was awesome to see. Yeah, I'm so glad you brought that up because a theory that I have heading into the season is that the Sheriff is going to get back on the horse and have a bounce back season. I think we talked about this last week. Like I think there were a lot of things affecting his mental game last year.
Yeah.
New baby,
moving.
I think he was a little disappointed that he didn't get the captaincy. Is my guess because I think he is a vocal leader in the team. So I think he wanted to see for sure. That's something I can understand for sure.
Yeah.
But I think now we talked about this last episode. Like he's settling into his leadership role. He knows his place on a team. He's settling into being a dad, and the everything feels more familiar and comfortable. And I think he's just kind of remembering who he is and who he needs to be on the ice. He needs to be the guy who stands up for his teammates. If anybody touches Logan Cooley, he needs to go over there and frickin' rock their world with an upper. That's just his job on the team.
And he's a big guy too.
He's 6'4". He's 220 pounds. He's got to throw his weight around. I think that was something that was kind of missing from his game last year. I think he didn't play as
not
physical.
as physical, not as aggressive.
Not as physical as he should have been. Yeah. And that for me was my big takeaway in the second game. So again, super glad you brought that up. Was just seeing him out there standing up for his team. I thought he had a couple of good looks at the net too. I thought his forechecking game was very strong as well. He's got to anchor that bottom 6 unit, and now he has a lot of help with Brandon Tanev. We'll see who else ends up in that group. Maybe Liam O'Brien, Kevin Stenlin, guys of that nature. The Sheriff, I think, stole the show for Utah tonight. Unfortunately, the Colorado Avalanche scored a goal late in the game by the Brock star, Brock Nelson, so they ended up dropping that second game 3-2. Whoa. Sorry, I went on such a long diatribe. I forgot to inhale and get air and keep my throat lubricated. I've been drinking Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. By the way, I saw a picture of Pat McAfee sitting on an airplane, and he was drinking Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar, and I was like, wow, that's awesome. That's great. Someone who I really admire told me once after I did the ripping of the shirt last year, he's like, that was so cool. You could be Pat McAfee if you keep doing stuff like that.
Now you need to jump into a swimming pool or something.
And I got to get into professional wrestling and stuff like that too. It's funny. I showed Dana the clip. I showed her a little bit of Nashcast from last year. They did the intro with me ripping my shirt off. and Dana had this look on her face, like she like you know what I'm talking about, like she like couldn't believe like that was real. So, and by the way, it was fun watching the game. It was great to hear like a lot of our familiar voices and seeing some faces. You know, Matt McConnell, Dom Moore. We mentioned Nick and Mike Folta. Really nice of Dom and Matt to give me a shout out during the game. I asked a question on the SEG chat, and Matt and Dom were nice enough to answer. And Dom shouted me out, "It looks like our friend Austin from SLC Puck is in the chat."
Nice.
And Dana's sitting here watching the game with me, and she's never watched the game with me before, and she goes, "What the hell? They know who you are?" And anyway, it looked cool. So big thanks to Dom Moore on that.
Well, there's another game tomorrow.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah,
I know.
We gotta turn this around.
Even more, and it's against the Ducks. Like
quack quack.
Yeah, fun game. These are some people that I am hopeful that we will see tomorrow.
Thank you, Sam.
We don't have the roster announced yet, but I'm hopeful to see Keller.
Yep, did not play today. Yep.
Tanev.
Okay, he didn't play either. That was great.
Schmaltz.
Yep.
Yep. Barrett Hayton.
Yep.
Sergachev.
Sergey, of course.
Like so many fun people. Veggie.
Of course, your favorite. Yep.
And Dylan Gunther. Like
I'll give you one more. Nate Schmidt.
Yes. Yes.
So I mean, yeah. I mean, thank you for bringing that up.
Did you see his headshot, by the way?
Brandon Tanev?
No. Schmidt.
Nate Schmidt? No, I missed it.
He, like, he's another one. He has, like, the biggest grin on his face.
Oh, he's a cheeser.
Yes.
He is a consistent cheeser.
Like,
I did a Google search on his, trying to find his Mammoth headshot. But, yeah, he's been a consistent cheeser throughout his career.
Oh, yeah.
You can see, like, you know, the amount of hair, you know, dwindles year by year. He's completely bald now, but the smile just gets bigger.
Yes.
It's almost like
it's
like a thing. As he loses the hair, the smile just continues to get bigger.
Yes.
And anyway, he's a fun dude. I think people are going to really like having him on the team.
Yeah.
Dom and Matt were talking on the broadcast. Someone asked them in the chat like who they thought the funniest guy on the team was, and they're like, "Oh, it's Nate Schmidt.
Yeah.
He's a riot." They also mentioned Brandon Tanev as one of the guys who might be the funniest on the team.
Oh,
so
yeah.
a lot of great personality on the team this year. I can really feel it, and I'm glad you mentioned the smiles on Jersey's face, on Paterka's face. Like these guys love hockey. They're so excited to be here in Utah. Like you just heard them rave about the practice facility over the last week. Like they're psyched.
One more comment on these pictures. The little U with the tusk on the pants. Oh, such a good look.
Isn't that great?
Like, this is kind of, I mean, I know it's newer, but like today I noticed it and I was like, that looks so good. So, yeah.
It's the details, Sam.
Yeah.
It's the details.
Just a nice, clean fit.
Yeah, it looks really good. Well, thank you, Sam. Appreciate your help for getting me rocking and rolling here to start the year. Thank you to you guys for tuning in to another episode of SLC Puck, episode 145. We're going to send this to the Library of Congress as we do with every episode.
Yep.
I say that. I don't know how you do that. I don't know if they would have any interest, really. If you have any interest in more SLC Puck content, such as SLC Pups, you can follow us at SLC Puck. Follow Sammy at SLC Puck Sam. Oh yeah, one more thing. If you want to book a Disney trip for UEA weekend, Sammy's your girl. Scan the QR code, send her a note, she'll get you hooked up. And we'll talk soon. We'll quack quack. Mammoth playing Ducks tomorrow. We'll be back on Wednesday. Thanks, guys. What do you think about this? You're lucky to land nowadays. I think that's funny.